of something and everything. First, when I write this poem, I'm 7,155 sunsets old and I'm still trying to figure out that which was the exact sunset when it was decided that mine were the set of fingers that would seem to but would never be the perfect fit in between someone else's. Second, as a kid, I've been fed upon goodness for breakfast, lunch, and dinner just like everyone else. The only difference being that while it made everyone sick of that goodness, I, myself, started tasting like it. Third, I've always carried my vulnerabilities in my eyes, for I considered that trickery was the eighth sin too blasphemous to mention without even realizing that it was rather the fourth pillar on which this too hard to configure world stood. Fourth, my best friend calls me every evening. I hear the phone ring for 2.5 times before I let her tell me how love was like drawing yellow mandala patterns on bright morning sky. But blue is the only feeling the only color I know, and I haven't had mornings for 21 nights now. Fifth, I have had days when I felt like a sunflower. People passing by would halt and adore, but just to pluck it later, taking away the half of it to let it wither amongst the poems of Woolf and sonnets of Spenser, but leaving the half of it behind where it still hopes to bloom through its ruins. Sixth, I roll my tongue into concentric circles of confusion, unfurling it to only spew words of hatred and sighs of solitude, but before they could find warm enough palms to caress them, they descend as snowflakes hooding up my flesh. Seventh, it's cold and I'm numb. Eighth, I've tried to chisel my edges, always trying to mold myself into the shapes I'd never be able to draw. I rub the sandpaper against my chest with one hand and against my back with another, trying to scrape off everything unwanted. Ninth, there's nothing left in between. 10th, I try to look in the mirror for 28 long seconds, making fallible attempts of not to think of how in the process of trying to be all the things I could have been, all the things I should have been, all the things I would have been, ended up being something to everyone but never a thing enough to be everything to someone.